Hello there, everyone. My name is Jeremy Shank, and I serve the church here at Bright Hope. I want to thank you for tuning in. So in this video, one of the things that we do is I answer a question that a number of you have asked me over the last couple of weeks regarding the easing of restrictions in our area and what does that mean for our church family. So I look forward to engaging with you on that and answering that, and also just a few quick announcements. For those of you who may be tuning in for the first time, we are a church called Bright Hope, located in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Our website is bhbic.com, and you'll see later on in the slides different ways to connect with us. So I encourage you to stick around and check that out. In case you haven't seen it, we have been putting out a newsletter every week. It comes out usually a couple of days early. It comes out Thursday or Friday, and it comes to your inboxes on email. But you can actually get this newsletter through our website at bhbic.com on the desktop version of the site. Go to the Get Connected tab, and you'll see a way in which you can download this newsletter. And I just think it's a great work that our office puts together every week. You have some encouragement in there. You have ways to pray. You have other information that so many of you we're used to seeing when we usually meet face to face. Well, you get the same information plus more usually in this. It only takes a minute to look at it, so I encourage you to check that out. Also, we have continued to pray, and I know that many of you continue to pray through this time of COVID-19. And we continue to pray together, though, and we do it via Zoom and also over the phone. It's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Those of you who've been tuning in, I just want to thank you and just give a shout out to all of you because you guys have encouraged one another. You've encouraged me. You pray for one another. We've prayed for our nation. We've prayed for the world. We've prayed for different needs in the world as well as in our area and just different people that we know. And so, and we've also seen a lot of really positive answers to prayer. So if you haven't been a part of it and you are interested in dialing in, send a text message with your name to me at 717-500-3938, and then I will be able to get you that contact information. You will need to reach out to me, though, at least a couple of hours before prayer meeting. So I'd say by 5 or so on Wednesday, and then that way I can get you connected for that evening. I'm also looking forward to what is going to be happening for our youth group in the upcoming weeks and months. And I know our Next Gen Director, Andrew Helwig, has been working really hard on that. And so he will be in contact with the families, with the students in another week or so. So just look for more information from Andrew. If you're a student or a family member of a student who is looking to connect, Andrew Helwig is our Next Gen Director, and his contact information is here. You can reach out to him, and he's just a great person to connect with. So I encourage you to do so. So I wanted to go ahead and move into this question of what does the easing of restrictions mean for our church family as we move from this area of red level restrictions to yellow? What does that mean? What does it look like when we go from stay-at-home orders to simply aggressive mitigation? Well, I want you to know a couple of things. First of all, I love all of you guys, and I care deeply about all of you. And I also care deeply about the mission that God has left us here with. And I want to point every single human soul, I want to point every person to Jesus Christ. And so that's why I take the work that I do and the work that our church does very seriously. And that's why I put a lot of energy into it. And that's why a lot of us put so much into this. And so there are going to be some opportunities that we are going to be having soon that we really haven't had as much before this point in time due to all the restrictions that are in place that I'm really excited about. And I want you to know that when you're wondering how is it that Jeremy comes about with these decisions, I'm not doing it in a vacuum. I have regular conversations with the leadership team, and I have ongoing conversations with them, in fact. I also connect with a number of other senior pastors and other leaders, and I simply learn a lot from other leaders. And so I'm doing a lot of learning, and these aren't decisions that are made in a vacuum or made without a great amount of advice or counsel. And I think something else that I think a lot of us are tempted to do is we just want to forget everything and just kind of move forward and not think about it anymore. We would prefer to bury our heads in the sand, but that it would not be prudent, nor would it be loving to a number of people in our church family, from the way I understand things. And so I want you to know that I really respect everyone, because I know everybody's at different places with all of these restrictions. I know that all of us are coming kind of from a different perspective, a different chair, a different point of view, a different set of values and assumptions. And even within our church family, we really do reflect the broader culture, because you have some in our church family that are all for all the restrictions that we've had in place continuing for a while, because that's what would be best in many ways. So you have a number of people that are in that camp, and then you have a number of people in another camp on the other end of the spectrum that there should have been no restrictions in place, and then there's a bunch of us that are kind of spread out in between. And so this decision is not a matter of personal preference, and it's not a matter of, I like one person more than another. What this decision is, it's a decision taken with a lot of advice, a lot of counsel, a lot of input, and it's a decision that I think best and most highly values the maximum, I would say highly values every single person in our church family. And so I encourage you to understand all that, and I would love to have more extended conversation with all of you guys. I have my contact information here, and so I'm going to be sharing that with you. I encourage you to reach out to me, because this kind of interaction, it's a direct phone conversation. This is not simply a one-sided, let me just spit out what I have to say. I would really like to have just back and forth conversation with you on this, if that is something that you're open to. And I really think one of the things that's important for us, and I've been saying it for a few weeks now, is we need to have humility, which includes a lot of teachability. We need to have a lot of patience, but we also need to have a lot of grace and a lot of love for one another in all of this. And it is especially important at a time such as this, when there's a lot of differences of opinion out there. We want to be able to love everyone in our church family in a very appropriate ways. So here's what some of the easing of restrictions means for us at this point. One of the things that's going to start happening that you haven't really seen a whole lot of from me is I'm going to be a lot more open to meeting face-to-face with people. I haven't really been able to do that. There's been so many times I longed to do that, and hospitals would not let me go in, or I couldn't go into a home because it was quarantined. And so there are just, and of course there are instances where that is going to continue. But as I have availability, and as there is opportunity, and as you have desire, I would love to engage with you guys, and I would love to be able to sit down and listen to you, encourage you, cheer you up, and be able to be of help to you and of service to you. So there's going to be a bit more of that, and I'm really excited about that. That's a significant thing for us. But one of the other things that really opens up for us is all of our small groups. And any grouping within our church that's 25 or less, it allows us to begin to gather again. So one of those gatherings is a Sunday evening gathering, the adult learning community called The Way. And we actually have a few slots still open. So if you're already a part of that community, you're going to be getting the invite to come out to that face-to-face this coming Sunday evening. Now, if you're not yet a part of that community, you're going to need to reach out to me and contact me as soon as you can, because I only have a few slots left. And if we go over a certain number, I'm going to need to have certain, I'll let kind of the last ones in know, okay, you guys are going to have to be a Zoom only call because we've kind of hit the 25 limit. But we're going to have we're going to actually gather this coming Sunday evening for that. But what does that mean for our other groups? Our other groups are going to be able to gather then and connect with each other as they have opportunity, as they desire. But I do need to be clear about what that exactly means. So our building will begin to open up a little bit. What this doesn't mean is that a group can just kind of come in and use it when they want to, as they think it's okay to do it. Because of limitations in place and that continue to be in place, we have a schedule, and this building does get use. And in fact, in terms of next week, the evenings, with perhaps the exception of Saturday evening, maybe Friday evenings open, but pretty much every evening next week is already booked here at the church in terms of being able to hold a gathering. And you may wonder, well, aren't there different rooms at the church? Well, the problem is a lot of our rooms in this building are of a size that, due to some of the health safety measures that remain in place in terms of distancing, our rooms can only hold a certain number of people. The groups that are going to be able to come out or desire to come out and desire to meet here at the church property, you're going to need to call me. You're going to need to get a hold of me and get scheduled. And I'm also going to have a training for the group leader or the group facilitator to go through so that everybody's on the same page when it comes to what is needed or what is expected in terms of a gathering here on the property. So, and also some other good tips and ideas for groups as we begin to gather. But this is just such a great opportunity for us to begin connecting with each other. It's a real encouragement. It's a way we actually get to begin to be with each other in the same room and face to face, and to share with each other in those ways. And so, again, if you're not part of the way and you'd like to become a part of that, send me a text message to 717-500-3938. You can also text message my regular number, 717-309-9580. Just text me your name and saying, hey, I'd really like to join up with the way. Is there still a face-to-face slot available for that? I would love to add you to the list because we still have a couple of slots open. Yeah, and then in terms of other groups, I would love to get one or two other small groups in our church going that aren't even running yet. And so if you're not yet connected to a group and you're interested in being able to gather with others in your church family and on a regular basis to encourage each other and pray with each other and grow with each other, this is just a great way to do that. Just reach out to me and say, hey, Jeremy, I would like to become a part of a group. I don't have one. Can you help me out? And I'll work on that, and I will connect with you. Our weekly worship gathering will continue to be online. We simply do not have the resources at this point to run enough services every week to have room for our visitors and as well as our church family and everything else. But we will continue to have that Sunday morning stream. It's going to happen every week on our YouTube channel there, and there's also usually a link posted from the Facebook page as well. But we will continue to stream those Sunday mornings at 10:30, and you can expect that to be the case both this coming Sunday and the following Sunday, and going forward until we have more of a green light and more information on Sundays beyond that. But for right now and and in the future, we're going to continue to stream the service. And even when we do have everybody gathering again face to face, this streaming will continue so that those who are sick or who are not yet in a place where they feel well enough to come out, they will still be able to connect with our church family. So here's my contact information. I encourage you to get a hold of me. I'm really excited about the way that we're going to be able to start gathering, even though it's only in smaller groups at the moment. I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited about the chance that it gives us to kind of have that more face-to-face interaction again. We're going to continue working really hard to bring you the service every week and continue to reach out to you through various means. Again, if you really want to talk to me or you have questions or you just have more input you want to give, I would love a call and would love to connect with you there. And please take note that my email address is different than the one I had been using. Remember, this is a new email. It's pastor@bhbic.com. Please use that email. Also, our office has a new email. please use this new email address and not the former one. The new email is here. It's office@bhbic.com. And then Andrew also has a new email address listed here. So these are the ways to connect with us. We have our church website. We have our YouTube channel. We have Facebook. And so, again, if you want to find our YouTube channel, the best way to do that is to go to our website, bhbic.com, click on the YouTube icon, and it will get you to our YouTube channel. And also, you'll see a number of links to videos on our YouTube channel. Some of those are posted on Facebook, but not all of them. So I encourage you to reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to being able to gather in some small groups together. And I look forward to some of the opportunities that are going to be opening up to us. There's a lot more to talk about, but this video is probably already too long. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you have just an excellent week. And I hope that you just continue to grow and become more like Jesus Christ. Have a great day. Bye.